Hello, welcome to another episode of For the Record. How you guys doing today? Welcome, fam. So today's album I want to discuss is going to be the Deftones White Pony. This is the I think 20th anniversary. 20th anniversary of the White Pony. This has got the White Pony, then it's also got the Black Stallion. Deftones White Pony was definitely different from their first two. I must say it had a different vibe. And one thing Chino Marino said when they recorded this album is everything he wrote about for this album was all fiction. None of it was about his personal life. He wanted to challenge himself to see if he could write like actual stories that weren't about him or anything to do with his life. So, White Pony is the third studio album by American alternative metal band Deftones, released on June 20th, 2000 through Merrivac Records, and it was produced by Terry Day, who also produced the band's first two albums, Adrenaline and Round the Fur. Recording sessions took place between August and December of 1999 in West Hollywood. It marked a significant growth in the band's sound and considered a turning point in their history of terms of experimentation, employing an increasingly experimental rock sound and Sorry, I'm super horrible at reading like really big words. Incorporating influences from post-hardcore, trip-hop, progress rock, post-rock, alternative metal sound they have become to known for. White Pony was also the first album to feature Diego as a full-time member of the band on turntables and synthesizers. Well, that's cool. He had previously worked with the band as a featured guest on their first two albums, processing sound effects in some of the songs, and it was also the first Deftones record with Chino Marino begun to contribute rhythm guitar parts. So this was the first album Chino actually played guitar on, which actually I do recall that. That is a very good point. When this album came out, I do remember when this album dropped, it was definitely different from anything they have ever done before. To me, it was a lot more mellow than their previous two albums. Their previous two albums were like super fucking hardcore, and Chino Marino screamed at the top of his lungs during Adrenaline and Around the Fur, like super hardcore screaming. So as you can see, this is a remake of their third album, but this one is also a gatefold, just like the original. I think most of this actually looks close enough like the original. I think the only thing that's actually different is the cover here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure my brother's copy doesn't have the same cover as this. I think it's a little bit different. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. And then, like, the stampers, obviously, they're going to be a little different because it's got the 20th anniversary thing on there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to get it as close as I can without messing it up, but yeah, there we go. 20th anniversary. It's just on regular black vinyl. They're not like 180 gram or anything like that, but they do sound good. I don't know if this was from the exact same source as the original ones that were cut, but if you look, I don't know if I'll be able to get that on there, but if you look close enough, you can see some scuffing on this. That is one thing I was not happy about. I don't know how many of you guys pre-ordered. I pre-ordered this straight from their website, like at the beginning of this year, because I had to wait till Christmas was over with to pre-order this album. My kid comes first, clearly, so, whatever she wants for Christmas had to come first before me buying this album. And I thought about buying this album a while back, and I was looking to get it, but then my brother ended up buying it, the only copy that we had downtown at our local record stores. There's one copy that's been sitting there forever, and of course, I just didn't buy it because it's not my favorite album, and I didn't feel like that it was too hard to get because I got Adrenaline and Around the Fur like it was no problem. And it's weird too because like when I started collecting almost 2 years ago, a lot of these albums were not super hard to get. I mean, you could just go online on like eBay, wherever, and just fucking order them, and they weren't expensive, weren't like outrageous prices. The day he brought his copy home of this, which was way before this came out, they were trying to sell them for like $150, and I feel like vinyl prices are just so out of whack right now. It is so ridiculous. So basically, like, if I'm not ordering it from the actual manufacturer or band or whatever, then I'm probably not buying it. So this one's Blackest Stallion. As you can see, this is like all jagged and stuff for like the digital, for the how should you say it, like electronical, how it's all like remixed and stuff. So you got a remixed pony on the front. That's the Blackest Stallion. And then it also comes with this Deftones book, which I want to show you guys, which is pretty cool. Is that Deftones is definitely one of my favorite bands. I definitely do love this album. It just wasn't my favorite Deftones album. But I must say, for the price I paid for this, was way cheaper than me buying anything off eBay or whatever. I found one for like a decent price a little while back, and I thought about buying it, but then I was like, at that price, I might as well just buy the box set at that, and then I get the extra album. I mean, it's not like I really need the album, because I'm not like a super big fan of like remix albums or whatever, but at the same time, you kind of gotta weigh in, like, okay, well, how much are you gonna pay for just the one album? This one's a 4 LP set. The other one was only 2 LPs. You know what I'm saying? So kind of take the good with the bad, and you gotta make sure. And that's the other thing too, is I always try to tell people, I understand that you want like an album and you're looking for this album. It's like super hard to get. So like you see one online and it may not look the best, and you may just have to like take your time with it and look other places. So like, say, if you have a Discogs account, put it on your watch list. If you have like an FYE or a Merchables account, or whatever the fuck it's called there, that's just what I call it. It's Merchabilia, or whatever the fuck it's called. There's a couple different sites that I use, and I'll put stuff on like my watch list, so then that way when the album comes up, if it's a decent price and it's one that I want, like I recently just got another album that I'm not going to talk about right now because I plan on doing a review on it. It's a really great album. It's very iconic. I even went and saw him live during that whole tour and everything. But this dude had the album sealed, okay? Sealed. Never even opened, nothing, like in fucking mint condition, like tip-top shape, like none of the corners were bent, nothing was banged up. I mean, this is pretty mint as you get for an album being almost, a little over 10 years old at this point. So I feel like, if somebody can keep something like that, like even my Marilyn Manson Antichrist Superstar, that was still in the package when I bought it. It was still brand new. It was never even opened. And that thing was mint as they come. So I feel like you can find stuff like out there, but be patient. If you see a copy and it doesn't look right, don't jump on it, because you're going to regret spending all that money on a copy that really wasn't worth it. And I've done that a couple times, and I've learned from my mistakes, because there was a couple albums I bought, and they were super hard ones to get. So I figured I found like 1 or 2 copies. I bought one. Turns out it wasn't the right copy, but also at the same time, the seller was trying to pull it off as like mint or whatever. It wasn't mint, but dude ended up giving me a discount and all that stuff, and after a while I think he ended up like sending me like $20 back. Ooh, $20, like whatever, dude. And I basically told him, I was like, listen dude, if you don't even like attempt to make this right, I was like, I do have a YouTube channel and I will put you on blast. I will put your seller name right in the description. I was like, I have no problem with that. And I was like, I will let people know that you're a shitty person to buy from. And my other thing is too, if you're out there trying to sell records, don't rip people off. Sell them for a decent price. If I get my record store up and going, I don't want to charge people an arm and a leg. I want to make money, but I don't want to fucking make $1 million doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do it because I want to get to know the customer, because I want to make them happy by selling them records. And I get messages on my YouTube here, people asking me, where did I get that record? How should they go about getting it? Where can they get that album? And I have no problem helping any of you guys. If you guys want to comment, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook. I will always help you guys out as much as I can. Sometimes I'm at work, so I can't respond right away, and that's just how it is. But I must say, on this Deftones, it is all bumpy and stuff right here. It is really nice. I definitely appreciate this album for what it is. It's definitely got some really good songs on it. Digital Back, RX Queen, Knife, what's that, Purdy? I can't even pronounce that because my vocabulary is so bad. Passenger, Change in the House of Flies, obviously. Like, everybody knew that album. But it really has some good songs on it. Like, really has some good songs. And I was waiting for them to ship this for the longest time. And when they did ship it, it showed up pretty quick. Not disappointed whatsoever. Totally worth the money I spent on this. Probably about $40 or whatever. Totally happy with it. Even for just the packaging and everything, I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Because not only is the album amazing, they did a really good job keeping both these a gatefold, keeping it true, making it a 20th anniversary all the way around. And I just really love the Deftones, so hey, it's another great add to my collection. And I wanted to make sure I do a great video for you guys today, like always. And make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, especially if you like anything vinyl, music, or Marilyn Manson related. We will talk about any of those on this channel at all times, alright? So anyways, you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Be nice to everybody. You know the whole deal. And make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys? Take it easy. Peace.